Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to my channel. Now I received this letter from a 30-year-old man. He works for government, one of the essential services. And he wrote me this letter. Now listen to this. I'm a 30-year-old man and I'm in a relationship with a 29-year-old lady. We have been together for 3 years and I love her very much. She works as a supervisor in a business owned by some Chinese expatriates. We have a beautiful 18-month-old daughter. She is our first child and she is very dear to our hearts. All have been well until some of my friends started teasing me, saying that my daughter is not mine and that she might instead be fathered by my girlfriend's employer. I keep dismissing the idea, but they keep doing it as a joke. And of late, it has really been getting to me. The baby is light-skinned and have semi-straight, slightly curly, jet black hair. But because my girlfriend is half Indian and is also light-skinned, I don't take that for anything because her father is of Indian descent. But of late, I have been scrutinizing my daughter very carefully, and this has left me feeling very worried because I am now beginning to see that the baby seems to have Chinese-like eyes. At this point, I don't know what to think. I have not yet said anything about my concerns to my girlfriend because I really love her and I don't want to hurt her feelings. Nor do I think it is fair to accuse her without good reasons. But at the same time, it is all I can think about. This Chinese gentleman who is the alleged father has become a very good friend of the family. He and his wife attended the baby's christening and they are also her godparents. Their name on the birth certificate and everything. They provide regular care packages for her, which include food, clothes, toys, etc. To be frank with you, I really do love this lady, and apart from what the baby's eyes might suggest, I have absolutely no reason to think that she might be having an affair or is in any way doing anything less than fully committed, than things which are fully committed to our relationship. In fact, I have been secretly entertaining thoughts of marrying her. However, I cannot get this thought out of my head that the baby might not be mine. Mr. Advisor, I'm seriously thinking of doing a DNA test, but if she turns out not to be mine, I would be devastated. I'm in turmoil right now. I need to know one way or the other. I have become so preoccupied with situation that it has started to affect my sleep pattern. Please tell me what to do. And he signed as JD. And he's from somewhere in the Middlesex area of Jamaica. Now, I will say this. This is one of the easiest problems I have ever been asked to solve. Because within the letter lies the best decisions, the best factors that could help to make a decision. Now, let's look at some of the points. Throughout the letter, you kept referring to the child as my daughter. That's one. Two, you love her mother and intends to marry her someday. Three, you love the child and will be devastated if she turns out not to be yours. And add to that, your daughter has a rich godfather who is playing a major financial role in her life. Very supportive godparents. The child's mother, as you say, seems very committed to you and the relationship. And you also said that you have no reason to believe that she's doing anything other than what is right by you. Now, first thing I must tell you, as a man, you need to stop listening to your friend them. As a matter of fact, these are not friends you should keep. You can't be taking First of all, these are not your friends, because your friends would, even if they even suspect or even think it, they would never have said that to you. So to call these people your friends, you're, I don't know what to say about it. It's like you're not even a man. You're letting your friends influence you by telling you things that may disrupt your life. Your friends, first of all, these are not friends, and you need to drop them. They're not good people. Secondly, let me tell you something about life, DJ. Life is about striving for happiness, and most times happiness is about delusions. If all the truth in the world were to be known, there would be no peace on earth. And I can tell you right now, don't go looking for trouble, because you will surely find it. Even if it is not there, some things are best left alone. I mean, why would you want to know the truth about things that has the potential to wreck your life? Whether this baby is yours or not, your life is smooth and perfect right now. Why would you muck it up by doing a DNA? You know the greatest irony of it all. Those who want to know the truth are worse able to handle it, and you wouldn't be good at handling this. And I say this: if she turns out not to be yours, where would you go from there? Everything that makes up your world would come crashing down, because there's no way things will ever get back to be the same after that. Are you prepared for that kind of hurt and upheaval in your life? If you really love your daughter, you would care to have her in your life forever as your daughter, not as another man's child. And if you really do care to have her and your mother in your life permanently, why would you want to live with that hanging over your head? Why would you want to have it hanging over everybody's head? I don't understand you. Listen, JD, I'm a practical man, and I haven't got time for silly sentiments. So I am going to look on just the practical side of your life, right? That's the side I'm looking at. Positively, you have a lovely daughter, and you are in a loving relationship with an ambitious, hardworking, attentive, and dedicated wife, or wife to be. You are lucky to have a rich godfather for your little girl. He will potentially be in her life to fund her education right up to university level, possibly making her one of the most viable human beings on earth. She might be the one who is going to buy you a mansion in years to come. Honestly, no. Do you really want to possibly mess that up with a DNA test? Is that practical for you? Honestly. I mean, a man should only take a DNA test when he is searching for a reason to walk away, not when he needs a reason to stay. The man who wants to stay already has one: his uncompromising love for his child. So I'm asking you, do you really intend to walk away? That is the question. My concern is how you deal with your daughter's mother going forward, since there will always be a question mark hanging over her head too. Well, if you are removing suspicion from your little girl's head, above your little girl's head, it's best to remove it from hers too. Now, DJ, or JD, I think you're saying him. Let us assume for a moment that she has actually stepped out on you with Mr. Chin. Then you need to look on the bright side. She could have gone and frigged some little riffraff, in some back street, who would dig out him hand miggle every day with him like a ganja pliff, and have no education, no way going in life. And you would end up with that. Now, that would have been messed up. But she chose instead. I'm being hypothetical. She chose instead someone with status, someone who can better her life and better your life, better the child's life, and everybody. Give her some credit, for God's sake, if that's what she did. Give her some credit. What are you gonna do? Walk away from all of that? A man, a mature man, will put the welfare of his child in front of his ego if he loves that child enough. Do you love that child enough? That's the question. So, I can tell you right now, you need to stop majoring in the minor. And I know jacket I give. I need to point out that you're in good company. There was a man in the Bible called Joseph who had one of those paternity fraud carried out against him. And look how his son turned out. Right? Let me tell you the greatest piece of truth you'll ever hear in your life, JD. Most of us can't really accept this piece of truth, but I go say it anyway. You refuse to accept it to your own detriment. And it's this. I've said it before in another post, and it is this. There are three things which are sure in life: death, bond, and taxes. And by bond, I mean your one partner stepping out and go giving away and having relations with somebody else, right? Sharing body fluids with somebody else, right? So death, bond, and taxes. And I'm seriously thinking of adding paternity fraud to the list, because believe me, every man who have at least 3 kids, 99% charge at least one of them is a case of paternity fraud, and sometimes all 3. And I mean, even among married men, I know of cases where married man have 3, 4, 5 picnic, and a 1 or 2 of them are female, and they have a loving relationship. So, and I know that I give. So if you're going to make that be your issue, you're majoring in the minor. So whether or not she had grind Mr. Chin in the past, she may or may not do it, or may continue to do it in future. Let me tell you the greatest piece of truth you'll ever hear in your life, JD. There are 3 things that are sure in life: death, bond, and taxes. And by bond, for those who are not Jamaicans, it means your partner going off and having intercourse with someone else. So death, bond, and taxes are sure. Every human being in life is going to get bond, be it male or female. That is a given. It's like breathing. So it's gonna happen. So you're thinking about that having happened is neither here nor there. It don't change the reality. And I'm seriously thinking of adding paternity fraud to the list, because any man who have maybe 3 or 4 kids, at least 1 or 2 of them is normally not even his. He just don't know. And I'm not talking about just men who grow on and sow wild oats. I'm talking about man who living in a house with his lawful married wife and still I get jacket same way. That is the norm. So for you to be worried about something that's a given, that is being done from the beginning of time until now, don't waste your time on that. So whether or not she did grind somebody else in the past, I mean Mr. Chin in particular, she may not do it, she may or may not do it. Or she may continue to do it in future. But that is not a reason not to marry her. Because the point is, the woman you leave her for will burn you same way. There is no escape, my son. No escape. Furthermore, JD, if Mr. Chin is actually involved in what you allege, then I think Mr. Chin is doing the right thing. He cannot accept the child, as it would wreck his marriage. The young lady would also be out of a job. You would be without a child. Are you prepared for that? Man, go sit your punk ASS down. Shut the F up and enjoy the wonderful future ahead. 25 years from now, your doctor daughter or your scientist daughter will be doing everything she can. She'll buy you one of the biggest houses, and you will be an easy street. Don't rock the boat. Just enjoy your life, my son, and make it work. Alright? Guys, like, share, leave a comment, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.